All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about a tool that is, no joke, a total game changer for business owners and anyone even thinking about starting a business in Nigeria. We are talking about ChatGPT and how it's opening up a whole new world of possibilities for growth and fresh ideas. But let me put it to you this way. Imagine you could bring on a genius marketing team, a world-class business strategist, and an assistant who never sleeps, who's there for you 24/7, and you didn't have to pay them a single naira. Sounds impossible, right? Well, that's exactly the kind of power we're going to unpack today. To really understand why this is such a big deal, we have to start with the reality on the ground. We have to talk about the entrepreneur's daily grind. Look, we all know the hustle is real. The road to growing a business in Nigeria is exciting, but man, it is filled with challenges. Finding an expert who doesn't cost a fortune? So tough. The cost of just creating content for social media and marketing? It's sky high. So many of our daily tasks are still manual, and they just slow everything down. And let's be honest, there's often not a lot of extra cash lying around for fancy software or expensive training courses. It feels like you're constantly juggling, just trying to keep all the balls in the air. Okay, but this is where the story takes a turn. All those hurdles we just talked about, they're about to meet their match. It's time for you to meet your new AI co-pilot. So, what is this thing really? Well, simply put, ChatGPT is a super powerful conversational AI made by a company called OpenAI. Think of it like this. It's been trained on a massive library of information from the internet so it can understand what you're asking it and then write back in a way that sounds incredibly human. It's here to help with a huge range of tasks. And what it can do is pretty mind-blowing, starting with something every single business needs. First up, it writes. Seriously, think about that. Blog posts, captions for your Instagram, professional emails, even the copy for your next ad campaign. You just tell it what you need, and it can whip up a draft for you in seconds. But it's not just about creating new stuff. It's also about making sense of what's already out there. It summarizes. Imagine getting a 50-page industry report, and instead of spending your entire day reading it, you get the most important points in like 2 minutes. That's what we're talking about here. It's a massive time saver. And it's not just a workhorse, it's your creative partner too. It brainstorms. Are you feeling stuck trying to come up with a new business idea? Or maybe you need a cool, catchy name for a new product? You can ask it for ideas, and it'll give you a whole list of creative options to get your own creativity flowing. And finally, this one is huge for anyone looking to expand. It translates. It can help break down language barriers, whether you're trying to connect with different communities right here in Nigeria or reaching out to customers and partners all over the world. Okay, so we've seen what it can do in theory, but how does that actually help you in the real world? How does this lead to success? Well, let's open up the ultimate business playbook. This chart just lays it out so perfectly. You've got a problem, right? Like high marketing costs? Well, the ChatGPT action is to generate all your content for you. And the business impact? More website traffic and you build your brand, all without that massive budget. Or what about inefficient operations? Use it to draft your business plans and company policies to get organized faster. Having trouble with customer service? Have it create instant FAQ answers to keep your customers happy and loyal. You see the pattern? It's a straight line from a real problem to a real solution. But hold on, because this is where it gets really interesting. We're not just talking about making your current business better. We're talking about creating brand new businesses from the ground up. Let's look at how you can start building the AI ventures of tomorrow. Getting really good at using this tool can become your business. Think about it. You could be an AI consultant, teaching other small businesses how to use it. Or you could create and sell special prompt packs, pre-made templates designed specifically for Nigerian businesses. You could even build online courses to teach these skills that are so in demand right now. Or go even bigger and learn to develop custom AI chatbots for other companies. This is more than just a tool. It's the start of a whole new industry. And that leads us straight to the most important part, doesn't it? The bottom line. How do we turn these skills into actual cold, hard naira? That's the million naira question, isn't it? What can you really earn here? Let's break down some numbers, and trust me, these are pretty conservative. So, if you decide to go to training route, the potential is pretty clear. A basic workshop for students or new entrepreneurs, you could charge 10 to 20,000 naira per person. An advanced class for established business owners, that jumps up to 30, maybe even 55,000. And if you do personalized one-on-one coaching for executives, you're looking at 25 to 45,000 naira for just one session. People are hungry for this knowledge. Okay, what about offering services yourself? Let's say you use ChatGPT to manage the social media for a small business. For just one client, you could easily charge a monthly fee of 50,000 naira. But that's just getting started. Let's level up. Helping someone write a solid business plan, that's a high-value project. By using ChatGPT to speed up the work, you could help a startup get off the ground and charge up to 150,000 naira for that one project alone. And now, for the top tier. We're talking ChatGPT as a service. This is where you become the go-to AI expert for a company on retainer. For providing ongoing strategy and help, you could be looking at 200,000 naira or even more every single month from one client. This is the future of digital consulting, right here. So when you see all this potential just laid out on the table, it really all boils down to one simple question. What's going to be your next strategic move? This quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. What ChatGPT does is level the playing field. It democratizes access, meaning it gives everyone, not just the big guys with deep pockets, access to the kind of strategic help and content creation that used to be a luxury. And that, right there, is the main takeaway. The technology is here. It's powerful, it's easy to get started with, and it's waiting for you. The chance to innovate, to grow your business, to build something totally new, it has never been this close. So really, the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?